Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Sorry, my makeup's all fucked up. You made me cry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Didn't intend to.
Just good cry compared to some of the other ones.
No, I can only imagine. I know I'm not the fucking have been on the other side. Unfortunately, I don't want to say I'm sorry because I'm not. I just I think there's a way that we can work with each other and move forward in a different, respectful relationship kind of way.
I would really appreciate that.
I mean, it's this is nothing that I want to use later and take advantage of you or do anything like that. Um, in a way, I'm also sitting in my fucking car and being isolated because this is not something that I don't think anybody else either understands or can necessarily relate to, and very, very, very much it has the ability to be turned on me and have me be taken advantage of in that sense. I don't know how else to
I wouldn't do
put
that
it in.
to you, but I'm still waiting.
What?
I said I wouldn't do that to you, but I'm honestly still waiting for you to be like, psych. You're fucking
No, no, no. I mean, look, if you want to be cut and dry and like and get to it, then by all means. In the most basic way to explain it, certain sexual desires and wants or needs are probably never going to be met on this end of the spectrum. I did what I needed did what I did what I needed to do. I did what I had to do to be in charge of this relationship. I told you I could tell you when it happened and what happened, and there was a time in fucking Tacoma on K Street, and you told me some shit about don't fuck with me, I'll take the kids and all this shit, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I made sure that no matter what it fucking cost, no matter what it took, no matter how cold I had to be, I would find and do whatever I needed to do to fucking lord these kids over you. And here we are. And I won't be fucking rude about it. Here we are. All right.
okay.
So, hello. I no, I fucking won. I don't need you to tell me I won. I fucking know I won. I think you understand that you made a mistake in the sense of thinking you were going to be in charge of this situation and that you were going to be in charge of the kids that you birth. And I think it's very cruel and fucking inhuman in how I channeled everything into a numbers system in the way that I would fucking beat you and I would make the courts deal with you and spit you out. And it's not okay. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it. I don't sit back here and fucking enjoy it. But This is what it is. There is no way around it. There is no superseding me. You will never have the relationship with the kids that you wanted. You will never get that fucking satisfaction. And I did everything I could to fucking make sure of it. And I will always maintain that shit. I feel like you, knowingly or not, tried to take advantage of me when I was younger than you, and I was very unformed. And I could be so totally wrong in that assumption, and you could have been this innocent, just just as naive older woman that happened to fall in the same fucking shit boat that I fell in. Unfortunately, Susie, none of that matters when it comes to the fucking world we live in. And I have cemented my social status, my employment, my agency, my everything to build a wall between you and them to where there is no fucking way you're ever gonna fucking penetrate it. You mentioning you mentioned that when they get older they can come live with you and they can have that choice. And I somewhat cruelly but willingly let you perpetuate that because I think you really know deep down that whether they're 12 or 14 or 16, they'll never get to choose where they go live with and what they do. I'll put too much in front of them. I'll barrier them with too many things, and I'll put too many social constructs in front of them to where they'll never leave California.
Why would you do that
They
to
will.
him?
And again, I'm like, we're being open and honest here, and we're being Fort Worth and putting forward by all means. It has nothing to do with them. I purely and truly believe what I'm doing is only in their best interest. There is nothing in Washington that California does not have to offer that is
Yeah,
better.
I don't want them to
There's
come to
nothing
Washington.
there.
I want to be in California
Oh
with
no.
you
Oh yeah.
guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I need to make them aware and the young mind states that they're in and in that growing kind of mentality that um, they're with me for a reason, and anything outside of that has its different perspectives and different viewpoints. But only one of the two of us is college educated. Only one of the two of us is upper management. Of only one of the two of us is able to provide for them in a meanably, trackably, audibly, visibly way. I'm not trying to disrespect you on being a sex worker in any way. You do what you got to do to survive. But if it's my kids, uh, that's not how they're going to be taken care of. And they don't know anything about you in that sense because that is, I think crossing the line and involving them or making them aware of how you conduct business and how you support yourself. That's not for them to fucking worry about.
It wasn't
But
for how I supported myself. It was how it was the only way I could afford to come down and see them.
yeah, and I've shielded those two boys in California in this day and age. I've shielded them from knowing that their mom has had to suck dick or do whatever the fuck she has to do to get by to get to them
I never
because I provide.
prostituted for that.
Not no, but you have to understand, Suzanne. I
It
mean, let's
was
be
just a
real.
stripper. That's all.
Okay, hey, look, if however you want to cut the fucking pie, it's the same fucking piece of pie. Do you really think that in any way, at any point in Killian or Kingston's life, they will ever have any type of pride knowing in what you did
I
to
would
have to do
never
to
tell
provide for them?
them that.
Neither would I, and I haven't. And that's not my, like I said, it's not my business to tell. but but I'm giving them an example of someone who works for the state of California, works for the county that we live in, works for nonprofit or government agencies, and in order to provide assistance, by all means, I'm telling you this right now. You don't act like if it was a fucking different day and a different time, I wouldn't be fucking buying your services. I don't have the fucking time or the fucking care or wherewithal to go fucking date. I don't give a shit about little things like that. I'm having to deal with way too fucking much. And by all means, if it was someone like you that had fucking popped up on some fucking internet screen, I probably would have fucking paid you to come through and fucking give me a bit of your time. It's a insane fucking world we live in. This entity of life and how we conduct ourselves is so pragmatic and indecisive that it does not matter, other than the fact that I do not want to give them any reason to be concerned about how they're going to be fucked with, who's going to fuck with them, or where their fucking next day, night, meal, life standard is coming from. You cannot blame me for anything beyond the fact that those kids are fucking spoiled. They live in the suburbs and they've never known a fucking cold night. You might not have been a part of it. You might not have been able to impact them, but those kids have never fucking starved. Those kids have never fucking been cold. Those kids have never wanted for anything. And you know that that might not be the same true reality that they're in if they weren't with me.
Why can't they be with both of us and have that?
Because you and I don't get along like that.
Yeah, we can.
No, we can't.
Why?
We have it, we might for some short periods of time, but there's been different delays and different standard handlings of certain things. By all means, your your younger tutelage individual, you are experienced than I am. You took the reins since I first met you years ago at Matt's house, and you were the one in charge almost all the time. I was the secondary that did what I needed to do to make it all work and had it kind of float. And there was a certain point where that shit didn't work no more. And you and I were at conflicts of each other, whether it was in Washington and doing that fucking work and all that bullshit with the kids or whatever it was. Regardless, you also were living a much more hidden and frivolous lifestyle than I was. I mean, you act like I haven't seen on X Hamster or whatever that you started your little fucking profiles and shit before I was ever aware, before you were going to these fucking conventions and before you were doing this shit. Granted, it's a long time ago. I'm not trying to dig up old skeletons. But you got to understand, I think you were more mature. I think you were more aware. And I think that you were trying to take advantage of the situation. And I'll tell you right now, the day that it all went wrong, because you fucking sat me down and you fucking told me if I ever fucked with you and I ever fucked with the kids, that you would make sure I never saw them again. And that was your big mistake. Because that's when I actually was able to be like, you know what, fuck Leslie, I hate my mom, but I'm gonna fucking talk to her. And I got the attorney, and I dealt with everything I had to fucking deal with to get through in a court of law and get the agreement that I had, and it was brutal. It was a soul sucking, painful experience of years of having to take you out of their life and not replace you with Chantel, because you're not replaceable. It's just the fact that I had to give them at least some other positive form of a woman. And not that you're not positive. I mean, by all means, you got to realize this whole time I'm fucking looking at what you're doing online and looking back at what I would like to do. And it's not like I haven't made mistakes or been doing drugs or been having my own fun while I'm trying to raise these fucking kids. But I'm in a position of power. You put me there because you told me I wouldn't be, and you tried to fucking act like you were in fucking charge. I did what I had to do, and I got defensive. And then when you started fucking up because you could not stay out of jail. I mean, look at me right now. When was the last time you were not in jail for a fucking year? Because I can't fucking remember when. I know every Mother's Day you've been in jail. I know every birthday you've been in jail. I know every charge you have fucking charges in every fucking state you're in.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
don't think
sorry, I
I have,
didn't handle it as well as you
no,
did.
no, no, don't apologize. Don't apologize. Please. All you've done is give me ammo for the next time you want to get a fucking wild hair up your ass and try to come at me. You got to realize that you spurned this. You took this innocent younger white boy from Aliso
And you, what do
and
you
turned
want?
him into this hardened person.
What is this for,
So,
dude? You wanted to call me to tell me what a fuck up I am and how I didn't take
no.
things as well as you
Nope.
did?
Oh, no.
I'm
Not at
already
all.
aware of
No.
all this.
Oh, no. See, okay. Well, hey, look, you say you're aware of it,
I already knew you
then that's
hated your
news to
mom. I
me.
already knew you were sucking things up so that you could get a lawyer from her. I already knew all of those things when
Yeah.
you were going on.
Well, it didn't seem like that in court because you like to give up different stories. But regardless, look, like I said, we want to be fucking brutal with each other, then we'll be fucking brutal with each other. You
I'm not trying
honestly,
to be brutal with
honestly,
you, dude. I haven't been trying to be brutal with you for a long time. I've actually been pretty passive for
no, no.
several
I'm
years.
saying, I'm saying in the other end of the spectrum. By all means, Suzanne, you have done damage to me in ways that I have overcompensated in my fucking retaliation and my handling of things for.
Yeah, but you're not the only one that's making me suffer. You're making
Oh,
the kids
not my
suffer.
problem. No, okay. You say that, but from your
No, it's
limited
not
view
just
and
me
perspective,
saying that. That's everybody's opinion. That's what it is, dude. Do you not hear them?
who's every? I'm curious who everybody is because if everybody is only from people from Washington, that's not
Okay,
everybody.
then they're
If
from people that I guess don't matter to you, but it's regardless. I know that you're not stupid. You can't hear the pain and the sadness every time they talk to me. That doesn't
no,
bother you.
you know what? You know what the real pain and sadness is that you as their parent with a legal standing hasn't figured out a way to get different fucking forms of communication. The kids don't want to talk to you because they don't want to talk on the phone because it's not 1998.
Yeah, I know, but you won't
The
let me
kid
video chat with them. You don't even let me send them
because
pictures or anything.
because you get no leverage. You give yourself no ability to follow through and provide anything in a form of stability or fucking out of legal
Even
trouble
when I
or
did,
any standard.
even when I did, you didn't do anything to
Oh,
reward any of that.
please.
There were years that
Look,
I
and so
every
again,
single month
so
I
here we
came
are.
to visit.
So here we are. So here we are. So this is what I'm trying to fucking do. I'm trying to bridge the gap
You're
because
being mean, dude. What did you even call for to do this with me? You just
because I'm trying to bridge. This is what I'm trying to fucking get to. You have no legal way, I think, of any recourse of trying to increase your fucking opportunities for being in their lives, being a part of it, and it's only going to get far harder from here. Yesterday was a perfect example. You called at 6:43. Do I need
why
that
would
phone?
you
Want
do
to
that?
because I genuinely can I talk? Because look, I just want to fucking talk. And by all means, you can judge me after. Let me fucking talk.
It's not like you
Right?
care.
Again, you're making very broad assumptions because despite what you think and how selfish I am older now. And I do understand the fact that I have to pick up the fucking pieces for these kids. That's why they both see fucking counselors because of the actions that I've done that have limited you from being in their life.
So why
If
do
you
you
don't think there's
do
a trade off,
that? Why
because
is that worth it?
because oh, I have my reasons. And that's something we can get into in a much later sense. But I'm trying to get to the main question of what you fucking asked, of why I'm even having this conversation. I'm not here to fucking rub shit in your nose. I'm trying to get to it. So, instances like today or yesterday, where you want to call 13 minutes late, 15 minutes late, those are never going to be in the past or moving forward, depending. Those are not phone calls I have to answer. I'm not obligated. I don't have to. I don't think that me allowing you to bend the rules and break the rules is then showing them these two kids that need to
But
follow
you
rules.
change the
That's a good
rules
thing.
and I go with it to try to
But
make things easier for
oh,
you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm willing to change the rules because, like I said, there have been repercussions to what you've fucking done as well. And it's not just felt through these fucking kids. I'm not texting you and saying these fucking weird and crazy things because I'm just fucking having fun. Genuinely, do you think I'm lying when I tell you that, yeah, I've been in a relationship for what, fucking 10 years now, but I still have to go and find out your profile on some fucking dating thing so that I can fucking get hard? Do you not think that there's some fucking disconnect there or something fucking somewhat unaverage going on?
Yeah.
No, like, let's put it on me because by all means, you feel fucking forced, pressured, and you feel fucking embarrassed or whatever. You're the parent that you are because of me, and I've done everything I can to make it fucking rough for you. That is something that I will either live or die with. Karma is a bitch or not. We'll find out. It is what it is. What is happening is the fact that, strangely, I am I'm in a position where I don't think that you and I would ever work in necessarily in a relationship or in a close proximity, being equal people in raising children. Do I think that you're toxic for the boys or negative? No, if you're not doing toxic or negative things. I think it's a concern of mine that you won't tell them that you also got arrested when you came down here to see them last time you tried and have 2 meth charges out of Oregon. I think that you're withholding information and trying to put it on me, even though you know I could blow your whole shit up and really put you on blast because I've got many ways of proving that you're withholding info. I also think that you didn't intend for that, and that's not what should be a focus, and that's why I haven't said it. I also think that you didn't intend for me to not feel the way I feel towards you, and despite the massive, strange amount of fucking hate I have towards you, I strangely, massively am like, why do I still want to like just continuously lean and look towards you when it comes to anything fucking, I don't know, sexual? How does that make sense? I can't make fucking sense of it. I can't make sense of why I despise you to some extent, but at the same time, I want nothing more right now than to like figure out where you are so I can go and fuck you. I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
Like,
I don't know.
no, I've seen a couple therapists and they don't fucking know either that it's a fucking freak incident or an abnormality in the structure of things. I my I don't know. My relationship with you has been somewhat skewed because of the age I was and because of the dynamic we had and everything that came before it. But like I said, I didn't make this call just to fucking rub your face and fucking shit. I'm not here to fucking be an asshole. I'm trying to find out a way to where we can make somewhat of a compromise where we both get to save face to some extent and deal with the fucking problems we have. You have a problem with fucking being consistent. You are not able to fucking make phone calls, visits, or do certain things the way you're supposed to. And I will, until the day we fucking die, hold you fucking to it because that is the standard I
Why
put
can't
for
you
those
just
fucking kids.
compromise it sometimes?
So that's why I'm here, is because I would love to compromise in a way that is beneficial for both of us. I'm too prideful and I'm too fucking stubborn and I'm too much of an asshole to just compromise out of the nicest of my heart for you.
What
You
happened to you, man? You're so
you happen
different.
you happen to me. You
It's like
really,
we
I think,
completely
undersell.
switched roles. You know that? You're like just as evil as I was before my car accident.
Yeah, yeah.
Why, dude?
Life's a
Why would
fucking
you want to
bitch
be that thing that you hated so much?
because it because right now it's what has gotten me to where I'm at. I'm the one with the fucking pension. I'm the one in California. I'm the one who is not uncomfortable. I'm the one who has the kids. Why would I want to
Yeah,
change it?
but all you wanted was for me to stop being like that, and the second I did, you turned into it. Just to hold it against me instead of working together with me when I stopped being a monster.
You know, sometimes there's not a logical sense for it. But again, I'm making this phone call not to rub your face in fucking shit. I'm not making this phone call to be fucking rude, condescending, or have no purpose. I'm making this phone call because I think you and I can benefit each other in a way that doesn't necessarily make the kids aware of it, doesn't make anyone aware of it, but we can be more flexible. But if you're gonna hold on to past things, and by all means, if you want me to start holding on to past things, we're never gonna get anywhere because there's no fucking traction. There's no way to move
It
forward.
doesn't seem like you'd let anything go. What do you mean?
I don't think either of us need to let anything go. Then again, I'm speaking from someone in a position of power.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
don't know,
why you keep thinking like that, though.
because that's what it is. It's reality. It is what it is, Suzanne. There's no way around it. There's no different way of explaining it. I'm just telling you what it is. If you don't agree, if you don't want to move forward, you don't want to have a conversation to see what I'm trying to talk about moving forward, end the phone call. We call it is. You're in the same, and you have to
And
understand that
what's the
every
compromise? What is it exactly that you're asking? What do you want?
um, my question is what are you willing to understand is okay for me to work with? I think you calling 13 minutes late, calling later in the day, missing your, despite it being consistent and extended phone calls, and making that possible. I think you would like to be able to video chat with your fucking kids and be able to see them like the way I can see you now. Granted, I assume you wouldn't be fucking crying and upset. You'd probably be very happy. I think there is wiggle room on what I can provide you, and I can provide them as a window to their biological mom that they deserve, that they have, that I've never fucking discredited. I have never told them for 1 second that Chantel's their biological mom or their mom, or that Chantel's anything more than their stepmom, or that you are anything other than who you are. You and I did not work out. We met each other, and you were pregnant very fucking quickly. Which,
That's just because
take a
that's
step
what
back
we
and
wanted. That's what we
it's what?
wanted. We
No,
wanted
no.
10
Trust me. I
babies.
didn't want. I didn't want anybody to be pregnant at fucking 20 years old.
What?
There's not one. I was 20 years old when you got pregnant. I did not want anyone to be fucking pregnant by
We
me at
said
20
we
years
wanted
old.
to have 10 babies before we even had our first baby.
Yes, that doesn't mean I wanted them to be with you. That doesn't mean I wanted them to be in an immediate sense when I didn't even get to go to a fucking bar with an
That's
ID
not
one
what
time.
you
It's
said.
legal. Granted, okay, Suzanne, I was 20 years old. I was saying whatever I could to get into a fucking attractive, young, beautiful fucking person like yourself's pants that I probably fucking could. Like, what are you not understanding about that? And by all means, especially at this point in phase in your fucking life, have you not been fucking told some bullshit by some men to get what they fucking think they want or deserve? Like, please.
So you're really just gonna say or act like we weren't in love at all? Really?
No, 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 no. I think that you and I think we both did our best. I think you and I genuinely did our best to love each other after, especially after we were in Phoenix and we moved back and we had to go back to Washington. I think we gave it a fucking
Yeah,
genuine
and
fucking
now
shot.
there's all these different factors that are
Oh,
different.
way too many. So many factors. And one, I was too young. I
I
was a
don't know
drug
why you
addict.
keep
I was
saying that.
an
That's not even
alcoholic.
a factor that would have made anything different. You're
Oh,
2
it
years
made such
younger
a
than
difference.
me. That's like nothing.
If I was, no, no, I'm saying if I was 22 instead of 20, if I had some more time to be a young adult in that lifestyle than I did, I think I would have acted differently. I'm only speaking for myself here.
Yeah,
What,
I
speaking for you?
mean, there was only one thing, two things actually, that I hated you for.
Hmm.
And if those two things, which it looks like they're different now, then
Yeah.
what makes you think that I would be anything less than fucking as perfect as it was before you started those two things before?
Oh well, one. Well, I mean, again, this is me at 20 years old, unaware and uneducated in life and the systems it's in. I did everything I thought I could in that sense, and wanted to marry you and do what's best for the kids and try. Uh, I was unfaithful to some extent. I was a struggling fucking user of drugs and alcohol. I was and maintained to be not the smartest person when it comes to real life situational choices compared to educational or athletic. I am a mess, or was. You did a great job in giving me that big fucking scare, that fucking fright that straightens people out. You took the kids from me and you made me visit them with some other adult and pay
And
for it
I
at
had
the mall
so much
and had to go through it.
leniency and so much more leniency than you've ever had with me. My mom
Yep.
used to let you visit with them by
That was a mistake.
yourselves, dude.
That was a mistake. And that was a mistake. And I need you to look at it from this perspective, is that at that point where we were separated and I was going to jail and you were going to jail and we were just both being pieces of shit, something clicked in me
It wasn't us
where I
being
needed.
pieces of shit, it was hard, Indy. We were both hurting.
Oh, we were both being pieces of shit. I mean, I can at least look back and tell you right now, speak for myself. I was drinking too much. I was
I
trying
know
to
you were.
escape the
That's why
fact
I
that I was
hated you so
21.
much.
I was trying to escape the fact that I was a 21 and 23-year-old parent of two, and I was upset with the fact that I looked at a woman who I thought was just beyond attractive and sexy, but that was getting pleasures from outside sources, because you were.
Pleasures from outside sources. Just because I was on FetLife doesn't mean I was out cheating on you, Indy.
No, but it means that you
I
weren't
never
just cheating
cheated
on
on
me.
you.
And I no,
No,
hey, I'm not
actually,
saying you did.
that was towards the end
I'm
of
not
our
saying you did.
marriage. I was trying to figure out a way
Yeah.
to make you come back home.
No, I know. Look, I might have misinterpreted what you were doing, and I could have taken it in a different way. But again, I was not mature enough like I am now to understand that there's grays in between the black and white. I was seeing things, a lot of things in black and white, and I wasn't able to process things that were not black or white, so I had to put them in that fucking category. Again, I'm not here to nothing. I'm not trying to justify anything I did. By all means, what I did was fucking ruthless. It was a fucking guerrilla tactic to fucking expel you and remove you from the fucking vicinity and do what I had to win. And it was fucking brutal. It is something that I talked to my own therapist, that I've talked to Chantel, that I've talked to the kids, just Killian really about. But I know if there is a hell and heaven, if there is some type of fucking system that makes you answer for the shit you've done, I got some fucking answering to do. I took a fucking a concentrated and fucking really really fucking strong effort on doing everything I could to not replace you, but to supplant you and make you an afterthought. I did that for probably 4 or 5 years. Everything I did was thinking, how is this, and then the next step, and the next step, going to remove Suzanne from my life and their life. And it might have been the wrong fucking choice. It might not have been the best for them. It wasn't the best for you. Obviously, you've struggled much more than I have in the larger scheme of things, and I'm a valid participant in it. And if I have to fucking pay for that shit, and if I have to answer for that and reckon with it when I get older, I'm ready for it. It's something that I am very aware of. But you have to understand that that didn't come from nowhere. I didn't just wake up one morning and think like that. It was a buildup of an unhealthy relationship that at that point in time I didn't really see as being fixable, and it's not something that I at that point in time was able to process and handle. If I was now and these things were happening and I'm much more aware and much more patient and much more understanding, then I think it might have been different. I think it could have been reconciled or worked around. But that's talking about things that are imaginary and do not exist. 10 years ago, not yeah, almost 10 years ago, you and I were not divorced. We were in this very, very positive relationship. I was to like I still somewhat am completely fucking enthralled with just you and how you do business and how you carry yourself around. There's a reason why I've still fucking seeked you out and
How can
utilized
you be
fucking.
enthralled in me and hate me so much?
Oh, trust me, I see therapists for this shit. I have more than one. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Are you by
It's not
yourself
something
right
that
now?
necessarily. Oh yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
100%.
alright.
There ain't no one here. No, again, I'm doing this in this one sense and reaching out and going through this because this is a very limited time where I think I am genuinely by myself. This is a very unique time in the sense of again I'm things are happening that are changing in my life and uh it's not in a bad way. I make over $30 an hour now. I just got promoted. I'm able to beyond provide for the kids and myself and whoever the fuck else I want at this point now. And no way do I want you to take or think that it's like I'm trying to sign you up or bring you back into this. That's not what this is. It's also not something where I'm trying to fucking be rude to you. I'm just trying to. I don't think I have not communicated like this with you in a genuine sense in a very long time. Like you said, you're concerned about me then being like haha and spinning this on you and taking it back and rubbing your fucking nose in it or whatever. I don't
Then
I'm
what do
not
you want
trying to.
from me? If you're gonna give me video chats with the kids and late time
No,
calls,
I'm not. Well, no, I'm not saying that
then
I'm
what
going
do
to
you
give you any of
expect in
that. I'm
return
saying
for that?
I think I see a path towards it. I think I see a way to make it possible. I think I see a way for us to mutually benefit each other as adults and as co-parents, knowing that we are never going to be in a relationship again or be parents together again in that sense. But I think we have to get to that fucking bridge first and be able to accept that. And it seems extremely fucking difficult. And I again, I don't know what the fuck it's like being on the other side of that fucking phone. But I think that you have had a very limited role in the two children that you've literally pushed out of your fucking vagina. I think that I've had a very large part in making you not a large part of their life. And I think I can provide less of a fucking roadblock and I can make it easier on you to be a part of their life. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it for fucking free.
So what do you want?
Well, I mean, like I said, being with you has caused my its own fucking problems in my own fucking personal life in the sense of it's I don't know how to explain it other than I don't know fuck it in a kind of sexual world. It's not like you didn't fucking open my eyes to certain things, but no one really on a normal kind of fucking plane or interaction of things is like that. You are much more. and we're much more experienced and versed and aware of things, and you were the um I don't know, you were in charge as far as if we were gonna do shit. I don't, and I don't know how else to explain it other
I
than the
didn't
fact
want to
of
be.
it doesn't matter though, does it? It is what it is, right? And by all means, when we were together, and it was what I was, it's been over 10 years now. You you were older, you were fucking sexier, and you were fucking. You told me what the fuck you wanted me to do, and I was beyond happy to just fucking do anything I could. And I guess not miss it. Yeah, maybe I miss it, but at the same time, it's like that will probably never fucking exist in my fucking life again. And
Why
I
couldn't you
think
just
that's
do the things that I asked you to do then if you wanted me to tell
oh
you it was
because
so bad?
because I'm a fucking piece of shit. I am a bad person that has no authority or wherewithal to really be in charge of anything, let alone the fact that I manage and deal with thousands of people on a day, that I get paid $70,000 a year to have to do that shit, and then I get two children that I'm in charge of, and I have another person that as a woman that wants to hitch her fucking wagon to me. I deserve none of it. I am a fucking horrible person. I am hiding under the fucking lights waiting for the fucking exposition. The good thing is though is that I do a very good job to the point where I don't bring fucking attention to myself in a negative way like that, and I have figured out how to fucking make it work, and I have I have done well enough for myself to be okay. And I despite how I feel, because it's a mix of fuck you and please do good, it's irrelevant to the fact that what you're doing and what you can do, I think you have just as much potential and capability as I do or anyone else. But what you've done on paper and what has happened have been two very different fucking stories.
Yeah,
You've put me in this position to some extent, and I'm not trying to focus on that because that's not why I'm calling. We know the dynamic. Like I'm in fucking charge. We know that dynamic. I'm calling because I want to try to make things easier for you and be more flexible. And I'm not gonna do it willingly, and I'm not gonna do it easily. It's something that is because of pride, and it's something that is because I fucking feel like it. But I want you to understand that it's not like I'm over here having a fucking blast and enjoying times where I don't know how you fucking feel about knowing the fact that I have to fucking search your fucking content out where you suck someone else's fucking dick for what 9 minutes on fucking FetLife, and that's what I have to fucking jerk off to sometimes. Like I don't understand the fucking psychology behind that or the psychiatry about it. It's not the Freudianism of it. It does not necessarily correlate in the sense of what I'm lacking and looking for in a partner based on my fucking maternal needs. It's just this strange fucking phenomenon in the sense of I to the extent that I am annoyed, frustrated, and angered by you, and I think that you have made bad choices. I still, for some reason, just cannot shake the urge to want to like drive up there and fucking lay you down and just fuck the shit out of you. How does that make any fucking sense? And maybe you don't understand how in my brain and the way I process information, the way I handle things is that it is a constant fucking error. It is a constant fucking glitch and a problem in the fact that I can start doing all these positive things and have all this different shit going on. For some reason, I keep fucking defaulting and having to hidden like being high as secretive and distrustfully go and find where I can see your fucking titties and your fucking pussy so I can fucking jerk off and fucking come. Why is that any fucking type of logical solution or reasoning to
I
it?
don't know, but why
No
would
fucking shit.
you?
I don't fucking know either. I don't fucking know either.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
think I
know.
want to know.
Maybe. one day, if you can get off of that high horse of yours, then maybe you can come up here and see me and see if you feel like that in person. Sometimes it's different.
But I don't. But that's see. That seems like something that right off just the thinking of it, I don't want to do. I don't ever want to go to Washington. I left California way too many times. I also don't want to. I don't want to enter your fucking world. You terrify the shit out of me. I've seen what you're capable of. You
What are you
are
talking about?
very. You are a smart. You are a calculated, and you are a very capable and cunning individual.
How is
You
California
are
any less my world than Washington is?
because you can't come here without fucking permission because you are
I
not
can come
in
there
the
whenever I want to. I
well,
don't.
you can by all means, but you don't have the money to. You don't have the funds to, and I put myself in a position where I am
I
not
could
easy
put
to
that
access.
together.
You could, but can you do it continuously? Can you do it continuously? Can you maintain it? Can you actually
I did
move?
for a while.
And
The only reason I haven't
by
lately
all
is
means,
because I've had injuries, actually.
oh, I know. And trust me, I wanted to answer those fucking escort calls that you had when you were in Sacramento doing the interviews. Don't act like I didn't want to be the one paying to fuck the shit out of you and have you fucking on my arm for a night.
Nobody
But
paid to
don't act
fuck
like
the
I didn't
shit
know what
out of
the fuck
me.
you were doing. What?
Nobody's ever paid to fuck the shit out of me, ever.
Oh, okay. Well, again, it's something that I'm misunderstanding the
Sorry to
situation, but I'm
kill
also
the
very
the
aware.
fantasy there a little bit for you, but
No, no. By all means, you've been a fantasy, but you're something that was even when I met you seemed unattainable. But you also you gave me
all of me.
opportunity. I don't know. Look, I don't know.
And you didn't want
And again,
it.
I'm not trying to rehash the past. I'm not trying to rehash the past. Past the past.
Sure, but I mean,
It is
obviously
what it
not.
is. No, it is. That's why. Look,
Okay.
I didn't make this call because I wanted to relive it and go through it.
No, I'm saying
it.
obviously it's not because there's something you can't let go of.
Oh, I mean, I mean, sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, they don't fucking pay somebody enough to go figure it out. Kaiser and fucking every health provider I've had, they don't want to fucking touch that shit. Who the fuck knows what it is? They think it's tied to my complex of almost dying and having my fucking health problems. They think I'm just sociopathic. I'm just a fucking narcissistic sociopath who doesn't give a shit and other than few specific things that ring my bell. They think it could be anything. And I'm trying to make this call because I think it doesn't fucking matter what the reasoning behind it is. It's not going to change the past. What it can do is maybe change the future. And maybe you and I can, like I said, provide assistance towards each other in what's best for our immediate needs. Because personally, I don't know if there's anything you or anyone ever in the history of ever could ever tell me and convince me that them being able to talk to you when you call late or them being able to video chat with you is going to somehow give them a mental or physical health benefit. But I think it would for you. I think you would enjoy it. You to some extent after everything that we've fucking gone through and everything I fucking put you through as what I saw
You
as
don't think that they would
revenge.
benefit from that?
No, no, genuinely no, I don't. And I
You
have
don't think that
trust
it
me.
would make them
I,
happier to know that, like, the phone was being answered instead of them thinking, hey, my mom just didn't call me?
well, no. I mean in the sense of changing it from a phone call to a video call.
I know, but I'm talking about, like, late phone calls when you don't answer the phone and
Oh,
then they
okay.
just think I don't call.
Personally, I mean, I want you to know that I don't tell them that you're calling and calling late.
I
They
know
usually
that.
hang
That's what
around
I'm
for those times.
saying. You
Yeah.
don't think that that
No,
hurts them?
I think I think it hurts them to know that their mom, who has two scheduled phone calls a week, can't call in a certain window. I think that hurts them. I think there's a way that I can alleviate that and I can be
Oh,
more
really?
flexible.
There weren't any times that you were never late to a visit? Or you didn't show up to a visit when you had visits with them? It's just
See,
being an adult, Indy.
no,
Sometimes
trust
work
me, but
schedules conflict
you're
with
not
stuff.
understanding. You're not understanding the the way you're phrasing it is very much like it's an open book on the history of life, and you're not seeing it in the sense of what I did 10 years ago doesn't matter when you're doing it now. I will win that argument every time.
I'm not
I
trying
will
to
be the
win
one to
anything.
substantiate it. I know, but then that's why
You can
you're
win.
losing. Then that's why you've lost.
I don't
That's
care.
why you've
I'm
lost.
not the one that it matters that lost. Why don't you get that?
Why are you crying then if it doesn't matter?
Because it hurts them. And I'm their mom, and that hurts me. And you keep
I know,
trying
but
to
it but
hurt me, but you're doing it through
oh no.
them.
No. See, and that's again, I am removing you from them. I've been on a very calculated
And you don't
and
think that that hurts?
clean. You don't think I've saved them some pain
You don't
from
think
letting
that
them know
you
what you've been
caused
doing?
it? You really don't think that
Oh,
you caused it?
it's both. I think it's both. But by all means, if you want to be honest, you want to tell them that you didn't just break your leg when you went down to through Oregon last time when you were really supposed to see him, that you were also incarcerated in jail for possession for that same weekend. Do you think that I don't
That
fucking
was
harbor
after the
and
car
save them?
accident because they found it in my
It's the same
bra.
weekend. Regardless, why aren't you telling them? Why aren't you informing them?
Because
Do
they're
you not
too
think that I
young.
fucking do
And
my
why
job?
is that relevant?
No,
All
but
they
they're
need
not.
to know is that their mom did whatever it took to try to go see them.
All they know is that their mom didn't show up
I
because they're
know, because
9
you
and
don't tell
7.
them
Oh, that's
anything else.
because I'm not gonna fit your narrative into my fucking lifestyle, Suzanne.
It's
I'm not
not
married
your
to you no more.
lifestyle, dude. It's not just
It
about
is when I take
you.
care of them. It is when I take care of them. It is that whatever they do, whatever they are, is my lifestyle. That's the thing. That's what you gave up. You signed those papers. You agreed to it.
You
You
tricked me.
authorized it. Nah.
No, yes, you did. You
I
tricked
outpaid
me
you.
into signing those. I would have never
I
signed
had
those.
more money. You know you shouldn't have. No, by
That
all means.
lawyer
The
that you
judge
had
even
is
said,
a fucking snake.
yeah. No, he's a attorney who has his own place in hell by all means, but he got what he was fucking paid to do. You're
Yeah,
very right. You shouldn't have
yeah,
signed those
I'm
papers.
sure.
You shouldn't have. No one in their right mind would have signed those, and that's what the judge said. But you signed them,
I didn't
and that's not my
sign
fault.
them.
You did, and there you're on camera in jail because that's when you were served them. By all means, Bjornson, which is his name, has all that shit on
That
lock,
paperwork
and
was
I
not the
move
same that I
forward.
signed, and I didn't sign it just in jail. The paperwork that you served me in jail wasn't
Okay?
signed. That was something that was
If you
just
got,
served on me that
then
I
prove
couldn't
it.
do anything
By all
about.
means,
The stuff
by
that
all
he had
means,
me sign was
prove
sent
it.
to my apartment after I got released, and
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't the
yeah,
same
but
paperwork because I
nope.
never would
But
have
you,
ever signed that. Why would I have
but you
ever done that?
did.
We agreed we would never do that to each other, and then you did
No,
everything you said you wouldn't do
we agreed. We agreed that we would not keep the kids from each other, and you filed for divorce. And you,
because
this is
you
not what I want to do.
cheated,
This is not what I
because
want to
you
do.
had some
This is not what
woman
I want
in
to do.
my
This call.
bed and playing with my kids when I was out of town.
Yeah, you were
That
out of
is
town doing
so
what?
foul.
What were you out of town doing? In Chicago, right?
Yeah, I was doing a wedding in Chicago.
It was the wedding that obviously didn't work out and wasn't a wedding.
Yeah, because I had to come home early because my mother called me saying some girl was in my bed and playing with my
No,
children.
no, that girl came over to your bed and came home because I had to miss work because you were not home when you were supposed to be.
Okay, because I was trying to work.
Well, you were supposed to raise kids. You're the fucking woman. You're very much about gender roles and you're all about that kind of shit. Seems weird how you want to be picky and choosy about it now, but
That's weird because you were
almost
wanting to be the stay-at-home dad back then, remember?
I was. But remember who had to go work fucking 11-hour shifts at the warehouse?
You did, because you know why? Because you couldn't stop overdosing every time I went to work and I couldn't trust you at home with the kids.
No,
You
I
you
couldn't keep
keep
overdosing
forgetting
when I was
about
at home with
that.
my parents. Oh no, oh trust me, I've never forgot about it. It just doesn't matter when in the end you don't have any say in it. And this is again why I'm trying to reach out.
You
I
know,
am trying to
I
find a
did
compromise.
everything I could to be there for you.
Oh,
when you were drinking and doing your
not debating
pills.
it. Not
And I
debating it. I'm
slipped
not
up,
saying
and
you weren't.
you haven't been there for me since the first day that I started showing that I couldn't handle
Fuck
not
no.
being with you and the kids.
No.
You
No.
didn't
It's
give
called a
a
double
shit.
standard.
How long
No, it's called a double
I
standard. It's
stayed
called
with
a
you?
double
How
standard.
many
It's a double
overdoses
standard.
did you do? How many rehabs did we put you through to try to help?
I mean, in what time? When
You didn't
Killian was young,
try
I think
at
it was
all
3.
for me. Not at
No,
all.
because I don't think that you were what was going to be enough to motivate me at that point in time. It's not your responsibility. You shouldn't have to be either.
Yeah, but I was there because we were married, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Eh, is it though? Because I think
Yeah,
there's
in
plenty of
sickness and in
individuals
health.
who,
Indy,
yeah, well,
why do you
that
think we
don't
put you through
always
3
transfer.
rehabs?
Why do you think the divorce rate's higher than the marriage rate and success rate? Because
Because
it's
people
not
like you
obviously
give up,
fucking how it works.
and you think of your pride instead of trying to stay together.
Well, you have to understand that my decision, despite its moral fucking compass, resulted in me ending in the position I'm in, which is not the end in need or want.
Sure, but you're also on the end whose kids are sad and they want their mom.
The kids are sad again. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this with you. This is not why I called. You need to deal with that with your own fucking kids, and I told them
I can't if you don't
I'm
let
not.
me.
I'm not going to. Oh, I can't if you don't call on time. We can play this game all day, Suzanne. You
Listen,
will never
Indy,
win
like I said, dude, if you ask me to make the calls later and I oblige no matter what you say, why can't you do that for me too sometimes? I don't get it.
because I'm not getting anything out of it. Because I'm not getting anything out of it.
I didn't get anything out of changing the time for you.
Yeah, but we're not in there. We're not looking back. I'm looking forward.
What?
Again, again.
Yeah,
The whole reason I fucking did
you
this.
turned into me, dude. You're just a fucking
Oh
monster
yeah.
now.
No, I think you have no idea. You might have dodged a bullet dealing with my ass. It's only gotten worse in certain aspects. I've only gotten more brutal and more fucking calculated.
Yeah, well,
But
you know what? Then Chantel can fucking have you, dude. I feel sorry for the girl.
no, don't feel sorry. She's raising your kids. You have to understand.
You're fucking evil, man. I don't want to talk to you anymore.